It was supposed to be an ordinary day at the naval base. But deep within the steel belly of the fleet's prized destroyer, a silent crisis brewed. Experts came. Experts failed. And just when hope began to sink with the tide, an old name surfaced, an unsung hero from the past, long forgotten by command but never by the ship she once called home. The USS Resolute, a billion-dollar marvel of naval engineering, stood proudly in the harbor. She was the pride of the fleet, fast, silent, and nearly invisible to enemy radar. But now she lay helpless, crippled by a failure no one could diagnose. Dozens of engineers, civilian contractors, Navy techs, even MIT alumni poured over the engine room day and night. They replaced valves, reprogrammed systems, even disassembled entire components. But nothing worked. Every time the ignition sequence was initiated, the engine groaned, buzzed, then fell silent. Admiral Pierce, a hardened man with 30 years of sea under his boots, was not one to panic. But with a pending international mission and political eyes watching, the pressure was mounting. "Bring in everyone," he barked. "I don't care if they worked here 10 years ago. I want this ship moving." It was Commander Yara Stone, the Admiral's aide, who discovered the name. Buried in a 17-year-old maintenance log, someone had scribbled, "Issue resolved by CPO Eli Mercer. Custom bypass implemented. Manual override functional. Eli Mercer." The name sounded like an echo from another era. A quick search revealed he had retired 11 years ago. No LinkedIn. No public contact. Just a last known address in a quiet coastal town. The Admiral looked up from the report. "Get me Mercer." Eli Mercer, once Chief Petty Officer, now spent his days fixing boat motors and watching the tide. Stooped with age but with eyes as sharp as a hawk, he didn't flinch when the knock came. "You want the ship fixed?" he asked quietly. "Then I'll need 8 hours. And no one else in that engine room." When Eli boarded the USS Resolute, it was like watching a ghost reclaim his throne. He touched the walls like they remembered him. The ship creaked, almost in welcome. Down in the engine room, the young officers stared at the old man in oil-stained coveralls holding a rusted toolbox from another generation. "Sir, we've tried everything. The system won't calibrate and..." Eli raised a hand. "Son, your system speaks numbers. But this engine? She speaks in rhythm." Eli worked alone. No one saw what he did. No cameras. No logs. No diagnostic screens. Just the sounds of bolts turning, wires humming, and tools gently clicking. He moved with surgical grace, listening for things others couldn't hear, like a whisper beneath the metal. After nearly 6 hours, Admiral Pierce grew restless. "What is he doing in there?" he asked. "Listening," Yara said softly. "To the ship?" At precisely midnight, Eli emerged, wiping his hands on a cloth. "She's ready," he said simply. The Admiral gave the order. Systems powered up. Engines rumbled. And then, for the first time in weeks, the heart of the USS Resolute roared to life. Smooth, steady, alive. Cheers erupted on deck. Officers hugged. Engineers clapped. But Eli simply walked past them all. Before sunrise, Eli was gone. No speech. No medal. No photograph. Just a scribbled note left in the Admiral's hand. "She doesn't like too many hands inside her. Next time, listen first." In the days that followed, Admiral Pierce dug deeper into Eli's past. Turns out, Mercer had not only helped design part of the engine system, but had also implemented undocumented safeguards after a near-fatal incident during a classified mission. The bypass wasn't in any manual. It was pure intuition, a relationship between man and machine. And only Eli knew her heartbeat. Some people leave behind medals, others promotions, but a few leave behind whispers in steel, breath in engines, and legends in silence. And somewhere along the coastal shore, the man who listened to ships walks barefoot in the sand, as the ocean sings quietly to one of her own.